Are you learning cello through Essential Elements Book 2? Then this is the video for you. Today I'll be going over number 25, which is Crossroads. Hi, my name is Liz from Cellomoji.com, and I give you tips and tools so that you can learn to play the cello. So this song, number 25, Crossroads, we are continuing to review things that we have learned in Essential Elements Book 1. So this is in the key of C major, so let's go ahead and play our C major 2-octave scale. Now remember, when you see the C in the time signature area, remember that stands for common time, or a common time signature, which is 4/4. So in this case, 4/4 means that there are going to be 4 quarter notes in every measure. Notice there are a couple places in this song where there is a quarter note rest and a comma over that rest. Usually when I see a comma, I try to actually take a physical breath because that helps with the timing and make sure that I don't rush my entrance of the next note. In this case also, I would really highly recommend that you practice doing your circle bows while you are in that rest. So what I mean by that is the note before the rest ends up on a down bow, going to the right, and the next note is also another down bow. So to avoid all of the abrupt and awkward sort of jerky motions with your arm, I highly suggest that you do a circle. So you're doing a down bow, and then you're continuing that motion and circling around so that the next note can also end up on a down bow. So here in number 25, we are also playing a lot of notes on the lower strings of the cello. So I really want you to pay attention to the sound quality that you're producing with your bow on the cello. If it starts to sound a little bit fuzzy, or that your bow is just sort of skating over the string, I really encourage you to imagine that your arm and your natural arm weight is sinking into the string. Because the strings are a little bit thicker, the G string and C string require a little bit more connection with your arm, a little bit more weight in the string. Now, keep in mind, I'm not saying you have to muscle your arm into the string by any means. And also, you should listen to the fact that if it's too much weight, it's gonna start to sound really crunchy and it's gonna feel really hard to draw your bow. So all I'm just saying is think about drawing nice, full sounding notes out of the lower strings, and you will be able to tell when that is the best sound that you can produce out of your cello. Always remember, when you're playing cello, it doesn't matter if you're a professional or a beginner, you're always trying to produce the most beautiful sound that you can. One exercise I like to have my students try is go ahead and put your bow on, say, the G string, and I want you to grab the string and you're really trying to grip it and move the string or jiggle the string around without making any extra noises. And that really means that you are grabbing the string and you're just about to produce a really great sounding note. So after you jiggle it and grab it a little bit, then you pull and release, and you can hear there's a nice resonant G. Remember, the fuzzy sound that I'm talking about is sort of like, sounds like that. It's a little bit airy. It doesn't really have like what I call the core of the sound. So it doesn't sound really full and rich. It just sounds like you're skating over the surface. So it's a really good practice is put your bow on the string, kind of grip it and jiggle it. Don't be afraid to get a little bit weighty with it. Remember, this is not a fragile string. This is a thicker string here. And you're gonna pull, jiggle, and then pull. And there's the G. If you wanna try it on the C string, again, you put your bow on the string and you jiggle and pull. This is really great practice for good bow control on the lower strings. There's a little bit of a volume difference between line 1 and line 2. So it starts out at mezzo piano, or a medium soft, and then it goes to a mezzo forte, which is a medium loud. Now, I know that it isn't really a huge dynamic or volume difference, but try your best to really make that difference clear for yourself. Remember, If you can make it pretty clear for yourself, then the audience listening to you will also be able to understand, hey, these two lines aren't exactly alike. And then at the end of the song, you're going to notice that there is the hairpin where it tapers down. And so that means that at the end of the song, you're going to want to end at a softer volume level than the beginning of the line. Now, obviously, it doesn't really specify exactly what dynamic level you should end at, but it's reasonable enough to say as long as it's softer than what you started at or at the point of when the hairpin starts, then you're probably doing it correctly. All right, also notice the tiny little slurs that happen on some of those eighth notes. Sometimes they can be a little tricky to catch, especially since we've been doing so many things with separate bow, and you can see there are other sections in the song where we're using separate bow rather than slurs. So be careful of that and pay attention to when they turn into slurs versus separate bows. All right, so I will play through with the accompaniment provided by Essential Elements Interactive. Remember, you can access Essential Elements Interactive if you have bought the book or if you're studying this at school with your orchestra teacher. Here we go. So there was number 25, Crossroads. If there are any questions that I haven't addressed in this video, be sure to leave them in the comments below. If you are liking me going over all of these Essential Elements songs, I would love for you to give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button and the bell next to it so you won't miss out on any future Essential Elements tutorials as well as some other Cellomoji videos. Check out the videos on your screen right now for some other Essential Elements tutorials as well as some videos that can help you on your cello journey. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!